and our brains out. And then you can use that to start organizing and planning, okay? So this is kind of like the pre-work of the work. So there's chart papers hanging on the walls, there's markers on your table. So just pick a spot, and brain dumping is whatever thoughts are coming to you. Some of you already expressed what you were wanting to work on when we was at the beach. Maybe there's been more things popping up in your mind. Maybe you were thinking on the way here, and maybe you got here and you thought, oh man, I forgot. I wanted to try to work on this. Don't worry about if it's something you intended on working on, maybe one day want to work on, whatever. Just dump it. And it doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you, okay? So it can be one word, like finance, and then you can keep going with finance, managing it, bookkeeping, whatever. If it's systems, whatever, just use that opportunity to dump everything that's in your mind out. So grab a marker. Okay. So you're going to write that down. What it's like to really not live in poverty, are afraid sometimes of real success. Or it's like, you know, they make $50,000 or $5,000 on a sale or something, and it's like, okay, I'm checked out now. I did it. And it's like, but you could have made so much more. But it's that mindset that I did it, I hit that one mark, and so I'm good. And then the bad reviews, we were talking about that a little bit last night. You know, bad reviews is really building you, because it helps you to know everybody is not going to like your service, your product, or what you're doing. And it just really kind of helps you to think about, how am I going to address this part of the business of either a bad review or, and be the CEO of your company, and move from the stage of being your entrepreneur, the everyday, run of the line, day-to-day, seeing your clients, running, doing this and that, and not really setting time to run the business. Because you have to have time to actually run your business to know if it's been successful or not. Like, what's the point in having one if you don't know if you're making money? Like what you were saying, money's just kind of going. And I remember being at that place one time where I was making a lot of money, but I was like, am I making what I'm supposed to be making? Because I probably could be making more and just don't even know it. And then am I budgeting my money right? Because it's coming in and it's going out. And at that time, I specifically remember I was not paying myself. So all of the money was going in one pot and everything was being paid out of one pot. So I knew that there was a point where I needed to say, let me stop, take a break, and get my mind clear about what this business is supposed to look like, because it wasn't playing out necessarily the way that I visioned it to play out. Helps you at a different time.
Is this one on you have on your Amazon?
My books on Amazon are actually available. It's just my day reset one. But I'm snoring.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I need to be knocked out when I hit that pillow. Okay.
So that one is reset, kind of a midday, re-energized kind of thing. But anyway, you've all been told that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. But the question is, how do you set your mind? That's what we're going to do today. We're going to set our mind to achieve the things that we want to achieve, using your conscious and unconscious mind to set goals that become outcomes every time. Most of us learn how to create SMART goals, but what if you can create an even smarter one?
a tweak to the traditional goal setting discovered by NLP makes all the difference. I want you to start thinking about now a goal and a specific date that you want to achieve it. And we'll deal with that later, but you can kind of start thinking about your goal.
Right? So thinking about SMART goals. S, simple, specific, and see yourself, right? We all know to make them simple, they should be straightforward, easy to understand. Keeping it simple helps you avoid complexities that can lead to confusion and indecision. A simple goal focuses on a clear action or outcome that is easy to communicate and grasp. Making it very specific involves detailing exactly what you aim to achieve, leaving no room for doubt or confusion or ambiguity. Okay, anyway, instead of a vague thing like, I want to increase sales. I want to increase sales by 12% by doing social media and things of that nature. So making it very specific, right? The way your subconscious mind is, if you say, I want to increase sales, if you make an extra $5, right?
Mhm.
You increase sales and your mind thinks, I'm done, right? So being specific so that it's clear that I don't want just $5. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So sensory specific is the addition to the regular S, right? When you think about your goal, emphasize the importance of engaging all of your senses when you define your goal. It's not just about stating what you want, but being able to vividly visualize it, seeing what you want to see, hearing what you want to hear, and feeling what you want to feel in the moment in which you achieve this thing, right? And we're going to do some of that later, so don't be confused. I see how you're like, what is she talking about? Okay, but like I said, we want to get all of your senses involved in your goal. M, we know, is measurable. Making the goal measurable. Identify clear criteria to allow you to track your progress and know definitively when the goal has been achieved. By incorporating quantifiable metrics and specific milestones, you create a framework to evaluate your success. For example, improving customer satisfaction. A measurable goal when you specify increased customer satisfaction by 20%. A two-piece swimming suit, right? It makes it meaningful to me, even though it's meaningful to the doctor, or if I have a husband who says you need to lose a little weight. Yeah, that means he would want it more than me. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So making sure that it's meaningful to me is important. But we also want to add as if now. And then we want our goals to be set up in all areas of life, not just one. As if now, NLP teaches, hey, I'm going to jump off a roof and fly, because that's just not realistic. It's not even realistic for me to say that I'm going to get $1 million by December 31st, if right now I only got $100. Okay? Reasonable, responsible means time limit, within 6 months, within 3 months, within 2 years, things of that nature.